Hey guys, it's Nat from Nat's Numbers. So today's topic is a pretty juicy one for me personally. It's how to express your truth, how to speak up for what you believe in. Now, I grew up in a wonderful, wonderful environment for this. My dad was and still is an amazing political activist. He has that sort of Italian flair for speaking up for what he believes in and never apologizing or saying sorry for it. But I've gone through my fair share of insecurity, inhibition, being tongue-tied, of expressing my truth, whether it is in activism in the world setting or in intimate relationships. The reason why this is so important for both you and I is because as we meet up with the synchronicity of our life purpose, as we begin to live our life with this deeper meaning guiding it, we are going to have to meet up with this concept of standing up for what we believe in and effortlessly allowing this flow of expression through us. No matter what mission you are within, no matter what archetype is a part of your chart, this archetype of the three, of the artist of expression, is so important and is essential for your success and for your ability to spread your message. In The Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes says, "Break the bonds of necessity and see life as one continuous expression of the infinite self." You have the ability to use your expression to create worlds within your world, to speak up for what you really want to back. So I'm going to share with you this, what I call the 1, 2, 3 punch exercise. And I actually just used this a couple days ago. I'm thinking about taking my daughter into a new school, and so I'm going around interviewing different schools with board members and principals, and I had a moment where I kind of went back to feeling insecure about voicing myself and being in the position of the person expressing and commanding the room. And I did this exercise, and it helped tremendously for me to really feel comfortable and to feel inspired that I was speaking my truth and creating something profound by doing so. So here's what I call the 1, 2, 3 punch rule. It is focusing on the numbers 1, 2, and 3 that will lead you to a positive expression of your soul's truth in any situation, whether it is with a coworker, a boss, a business partner, or in intimate relationships. So the number 1 in the 1, 2, 3 punch represents asking yourself what you represent, what you want to stand up for. So this is a time for you to be completely selfish during this stage. Ask yourself what your desires are, what you want. Totally focus on the singularity of your personal ambition, your personal feelings, your personal thoughts and beliefs. All right? So ask yourself, what do I represent? What do I stand for when it comes to this topic or this interaction? The second thing, obviously, is the number 2, and the 2 represents how can I sense and be sensitive to the other party? This is so important because expression in and of itself is the process of taking that which we are, that which we believe in, and putting it out for somebody else to receive in whatever form, whether you're writing a business proposal, being a stand-up comedian, or just in an interaction of dialoguing with another person. So you want to sense the recipient, sense the other side of the story. Sometimes we can get so caught up in our own personal story that we forget to see the other side of the equation. So the number 2 represents see the other side of the equation, see who the audience, who the recipient is, and what their needs are. The third one, which is super, super exciting and creative, is then taking those 2 perspectives you've developed of going to the 1 and going to the 2 and unifying them together to the point where you ask yourself, now that I know these 2 things, now that I have an awareness about who I am individually, what I stand for, and what the needs are of the recipient, what do I want to create with that knowledge? And that is what the 3 represents. What do I want to express or create? What do I want to speak into the room? And I want you to imagine that your expression is physical. I want you to imagine that if you say hateful words, that hate is going to actually show up in the physicality right in front of you. If you speak words of love, if you speak words of truth that are useful, that are applicable, imagine just right in front of you things are being worked out and the puzzle pieces are coming together for clarity and for cooperation. So I want you to, with this 1, 2, 3 punch, that third step, to recognize that whatever you speak and whatever you express is something that you are creating. Is it up to par with what you believe in? There's this other saying, and it's in Buddhism, but it's also traced back to Quaker theology, and that's improve on the silence. So the other thing to consider with this 1, 2, 3 punch and that third level is to ask yourself, is what I'm going to be expressing Is it going to be improving on the silence? Is it going to be useful or applicable? And most importantly, is it going to be inspiring and true to my soul? I counsel a lot of couples, and sometimes when we're in an argument, we think we're speaking our truth because we say, yeah, it's true that I do all the cleaning and you don't do anything, right? But we need to bring it down even further and ask ourselves, is this improving on the silence? Is this providing a solution? Is this true to my soul? When we recognize that expression, the expression that the world needs and the expression that creates what we really want is coming from a positive orientation, from an inspiring perspective, then we can re-sculpt the habits that we have of speaking things into being that we don't really want. So I hope that this video helped you, and I hope that you will use, just like I did, the 1, 2, 3 punch exercise to assess when you are truly speaking your truth and when it really is of worth. I will talk with you guys later. Have a great day ahead. Bye.